What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on BeamNG and we are going to do a little challenge I've devised. So I wanted to make the heaviest car possible. So I took the biggest body I could find, which is this 2007 pickup, and we are going to build this exclusively for weight. So I'm not going to bother with price or anything like that, just weight. Weight is the only factor that's going to come in. I think we are going to make it out of steel with a ladder chassis. A ladder or a light truck? Let's go with a light truck monocoque. Again, steel. Let's see here, it doesn't really matter, so we are going to go transverse. We are going to go for solid axle. Coils, and I think we can go with coils. So that's already pretty heavy. Now, for the engine. The engine, I think we are going to just fit the biggest one we can find. I am not going to build it for max power though, because I just don't want a 2000 horsepower engine. So I think we're going to go with a V8, a cast iron V8, just make it the biggest we can. It's not going to fit, huh? Yeah, it's not going to fit. So we have a 7 liter V8. Now we are going to put here just what I would think would put the most weight on it, pretty much. Yeah, iron heads with VVL. Now we are going to go iron, everything is going to be cast. Oh, this is worse, heavy duty cast is even worse. Okay, so we are going to go with a heavy duty cast pistons as well. So yeah, this is not going to be a high power build. Let's twin turbo it, because it's going to be, it's going to add weight anyway, so yeah. Injection, yeah, because it doesn't have any weight per se. Let's go with a direct per cylinder, because that's got more weight. Intake, we're going to go on regular fuel. So yeah, so that's pretty much our engine done. We are going to just do this real quick. And we have a 364 horsepower engine. That's pretty much what I was looking for in terms of power, but I'm going to tune the engine and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I finished doing the engine. We have 600 horsepower at our disposal. It only goes to 5,800 RPM, but that's because the pistons and the corner rods are just going to shoot out of the engine block if I go any higher. So now, let's see. I think this is going to be the biggest. It's just, yeah, it's massive. It's absolutely massive. Okay, let's widen that a bit. Yeah, let's just... Oh, oh yes. Okay, yeah. Oh yes, that's going to be something, isn't it? You know what? It looks like a brick with tiny shopping cart wheels underneath. We have pretty much created the perfect soccer mom van. Look at this crash zone here and there. Yeah, your kids are going to be perfectly safe. It doesn't matter if you run over someone. Yeah, just as long as the kids are safe. And with this car, they will. I don't think the people driving this car are going to need bigger mirrors than this, to be honest. I mean, if you've got a car like this, are you really going to look back? Really? Because you're just going to run over pretty much anything. Even a, I don't know, a Ram 1500, for example, that just goes through it. It cuts it in half, even. Yeah, let's just have lights indicating it's a truck-sized car, because that's pretty much what it is. It really does look like a truck. Jesus Christ. I can't believe how big we made it look. So that's pretty much it done. So now we are going to move on to the drivetrain. We are going to make it... I think all-wheel drive is going to be our best bet. Oh, wait a second. All-wheel... Ah, I see. I will be back. Okay, so I'm back. Now, I did not put the engine in the right way, so that's why we only had front-wheel drive or for all-wheel drive. But now it's been pointed in the right direction, and it now is an 11 liter V8 producing 661 horsepower. So we've added even more weight. So we are going to make it 4x4. I think that's the heaviest we can go. The dual clutch, the automatic is the heaviest, so we're going to go automatic. And yeah, 4x4 is the heaviest. So what can we do? 8 gears. Yeah, we just have to. 264 kilometers an hour, top speed. That's not bad for a car like this. Now, we can pretty much put anything we want, so we're going to put a limited slip diff in it. We can't change the power distribution because it's 4x4, so it's going to be equally split. We're going to go for radial anything, actually, because it's always the same. We're going to go sports compound. That's going to change the weight. We're going to make the tires hella wide, and the rims are going to be big, very big. We're going to put the biggest rims we can, 27-inch. That's pretty good. They do weigh a fair bit, especially if you put more rim and even more tire. Now, for discs, well, brakes, actually. I don't know if I'm going to go with discs. I think the drums are the heaviest. Oh no, solid discs are heaviest. So solid discs with a 6-piston brake. Yeah, just make that the biggest one we can. Now, for the rear, I think solid discs are going to be our best bet. 6-piston. Yeah, pad type, that doesn't affect the weight. No, it doesn't affect the weight, but we are going to put the sportiest pads because it's going to need a lot of stopping power. So I'm actually going to go, yeah, with the heaviest things. So fully clad skid tray or under tray is going to be our heaviest thing. Cooling flaps, yeah. Cooling airflow. For the brakes, we have experienced brake fade before, so we're going to put that onto 60. 60, yeah. Now, let's put the most people in. That's going to be probably the heaviest. Now we can go with a, let's go all out. Pretty much. Power steering. I think we're going to go with the electric. We're going to put everything in. Advanced 10. Safety. And I think I made a mistake again. Oh no. Did I? How can no power steering be heavier than electric power steering? I don't know, but we are going to put no power steering. Let's see here. I think active comfort is going to be the heaviest. Well, we don't actually have a weight value for the springs and dampers, so that's a bit of a shame. I've just seen the weight. It's a 4.2 ton car, so we've made, I think, the heaviest car on Earth. So I'm going to export this monstrosity to BeamNG, and I'll see you guys on the test track. So let me introduce you the Thunderstorm Brick. That's going to be the name, the final name of this car, the Thunderstorm Brick. And you can just see how big it is compared to the standard truck from BeamNG, the Gavril I series, I think it was. So, ooh, okay, it's got a lot of weight going for it. So yeah, I didn't expect the springs to be so soft. I think we can make the front or the back hit if we do play a bit with it. That may be why it's oversteery. It may even oversteer, but I think the bumps are going to be a breeze. Oh yeah, look at that. It's not even moving. But yeah, it's got a lot of... Oh, holy... Okay, I think it's going to traction roll at some point. Let's be honest. The slalom is hazardous at best. Jesus Christ. It's a boat. Well, it's a brick, but it's a boat. But it's a brick. Yeah, you get the idea. Okay, so I think the mud pit is going to be a breeze with this one. I think the third time's the charm, right? I knew it hit at some point. So we are now in front of the mud pit, and as some of you pointed it out, I had my ESC turned on while doing these tests, so now I've turned it off, and we should just go for it. Yeah, with the 4x4 capabilities of this car, we have a lot of mud going everywhere, and I think we've beached it. Yeah, we've beached it on this little bit right here. It's too big to go over this. But yeah, I don't think it's going to have many major issues. Oh, it's got itself out. It's sorted itself. Okay, so now we are going for it. Come on. Yeah, we've lost a lot of momentum on this bit, but okay. Oh, it's going. It's going. We may be able to go through. Are we going to go through? I think we are. I think we are. Or not. Because, yeah, the front is beached on the little bump. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I think it passed the test. Now let's go see how the rocks do. Okay, let's go all out. Yeah, just go for it. Okay, the front is hitting every single bump. Come on! Come on! Yes! Okay, we've lost a wheel, but that's not a... Now let's go to the test track, I think. Actually, you know what? We have a perfect target there. Let's see how we do the crash test. See? What did I say? Perfectly fine. And you just have to change the front bumper out. But as for the Gavril, it's... Well, it's shot. It's dead. I think it's dead. Oh yeah, the engine took a hard hit. And yeah, it's dead. So yeah, and the brick is there chilling in the background. Actually, you know what? I've had an idea. Let's say you're in the interstate, you're on your phone, you're late to soccer practice, and then suddenly a car. So yeah, see? The brick is doing just fine. As for the poor little Ray, the Ray is... Well, it's not in the best shape, let's just say. But it still drives. It does still drive, it's just not in the best shape. Okay, let's try the same thing but with the Ray. Well, that's gone well, did it? Okay, it does still drive. This car is pretty much indestructible. But I don't think the brick that is escaping right now is... Yeah, it's... I think it's just... It's not going to die, is it? Yeah, see? It's got no damage at all. It's got a bit of damage on the rear bumper, but that's negligible. I have a last idea before going to the test track. So my idea is... What if the brick was T-boned by a bus? Would it survive? Because it's got no side protection, pretty much. It's got front and rear protection, as we saw in these last two crashes. But what if we T-bone it? Okay, so the bus sustains substantial damage. It's not even driving straight anymore. But as for the brick... Let's go back to the brick. It looks fine. Well, actually... The drivetrain just sort of moved to the side, but, well, I mean, it's still drivable. Yeah, it's just, yeah, we basically have no front steering. Well, it still goes. It goes pretty fast as well. I wasn't aware it could go this fast. But yeah, let's take a jump with it. Yeah. Okay, so it's still sort of attached. Okay, so we've lost the rear wheel, but that's it, I mean, look at it. It's still driving, for God's sake. Okay, let's go to the test track. So, we are on the test track. I'm going to disable the ESC before we go for our lap time. So, yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so we come up to the first corner. This is the first corner the car has seen. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's... okay. Yeah. Remember when I said it would traction roll? Yeah, that's what I meant. I think it's not the last one we see. So far, the car goes... It goes well. I've noticed the steering is pooched, but that's a... thing we'll have to deal for this lap. Let's go for a top speed. It's at 260 kilometers an hour. So yeah, the car definitely has some potential, but yeah, that's pretty much normal because it has 660 horsepower and 1200 Newton meters of torque, so it goes 216, 18. I saw 218. It doesn't have any brake fade, which is a good thing, but it does have understeer. It understeers because of the weight, obviously. Okay, now next chicane. I am expecting it to do poorly. Maybe another traction roll. Or maybe not, because it is a tighter one. So I didn't carry as much speed as I did for the first chicane. But yeah, the car is prone to traction roll. I'll have to keep that in mind before selling it to someone. But they probably wouldn't mind. Look at the damage it has sustained. And it's still pretty much drivable. It does even do sick drifts. That may be something we have to do for the next episode. A drift car. Oh, a bit of a scare as we go into the last corner, and here is the final straight. So come on, little brick. Well, big brick, and across the line. Okay, so it has some problems for stopping, but other than that, it did good. It did pretty good. I think it's fast. It's really fast. I wasn't expecting it to be this fast, to be honest. So yeah, the brick did it in something. As always, I'll put it on the screen if I do not forget. But that's going to be the end of this episode. Like if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a comment telling me what I can do better, change things up a bit, or even suggest me new racing games to play. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.